This is Formula Paeroa, race number 2 for them. In race number 1, it was Gareth Jones by the slimmest of margins, and he's locked together handlebar to handlebar with his nemesis here at the Yamaha Battle of the Streets, and that is Craig Sheriff's. Jones will lead into the Bike Rider Magazine turn for the first time. Hayden Fitzgerald right up there as well. So too Peter Tanner on the big Aprilia, so he's got a good start. And Ray Klee in there on the big Suzuki. So a change as they work their way into the Suzuki S's for the first of 10 laps. And it is bike number 56, Honda Racing's Craig Sheriff's out of Palmerston North. Gareth Jones out of Queensland, Australia. Then it's Hayden Fitzgerald from Taranaki in third. Ray Klee from Kumeu, I think, has made his way up into 4th place. Just got a glimpse of him as they fly down the Yamaha front straight here at Paeroa. For 18 years and counting now, no rain, although there was a hint of it this morning. That's gone away now. Paeroa, the streets are bathed in sunlight and covered in rubber from lots of racing over the day. Well, Craig Sheriffs will have his dander up, if you like, because he's coming off a very good win in the King of the Streets race here at Paeroa. He handed Gareth Jones a pretty sizable hiding. And it's Gareth Jones in 2nd place, and once again the daylight extends between the 56 and the G. They'll continue their battle in the Castrol Power 1 New Zealand Superbike Road Racing Championships at Pukekohe in a couple of weeks' time. And this may be good news for Craig Sheriffs. This is Pat Nosebaum on the ZX10 Kawasaki. Back into the Bike Rider Magazine turn they come. Around about 280 kilometres an hour, hauling down the big 1000cc superbikes into that 90-degree turn. Down behind the post office here at Paeroa and into the Suzuki S's. And, well, you can see for yourself the margin starting to grow. Now, watch the bumps on the back straight here, heading for the Woolworths turn. That one there just unsettles the suspension on the bike as they bank it into the right-hander. And you see there, Gareth Jones gets very, very close to the curbing, into the Pirelli hairpin at the top end of the straight now. Hayden Fitzgerald starting to close up the gap, and down goes Fitzgerald. Well, I was just going to say he was having a fantastic race, but it all came to nothing. The front end washed away, and Hayden Fitzgerald goes down. He looks to be okay. The bike doesn't look to be too badly damaged, but he's thrown away a certain 3rd place, maybe a 2nd. Sheriffs won't know that's happened, and neither will Gareth Jones, I would think, although he might have heard the noise. And now they've got a comfortable margin, and it'll be Ray Klee from Kumeu on the Coleman Suzuki up into 3rd place, and Sloane Frost, I think, would be in 4th on the LG Electronics Kawasaki. You just see Klee in the back of the shot there. Into the Pirelli hairpin. This is where Hayden Fitzgerald got it wrong in the previous lap. No problems for his Honda teammate, though. This is a bit of a battle for the minors here. Bike number 42 there is Tony.OK from Napier on another one of the Honda machines. 41, well, he's doing a good job. This is Rhys Holmes from Caddy Caddy on the R1 Yamaha, and he'd be up inside the top 5 as we go back to the front of the field. Sheriff leads it. Gareth Jones now, is he starting to close up the gap? I think he might be. Plenty of cement dust down on the roads here on the back straight at the infamous Hacksaw Circuit here in Paeroa, the Yamaha Battle of the Streets. This is the Yamaha-sponsored Formula Paeroa, and it's a Honda leading a Yamaha. 99. This is Lance Lowe right in behind him, number 80, and that's Nick Odermatt. And then I think Craig Frethy in there on the big Honda as well. There is number 41, Rhys Holmes. And you get an example of the sheer speed from our high shot. They flash past the shop windows at around about 280 kilometres an hour. And sure, there's fencing and hay bales, but it's a pretty daunting prospect, I'm sure. This little battle for the minors continues. Oh, someone just going wide, and I think that might have been Nigel Healy. Lance Lowe holding out Nick Odermatt. Holmes is in there as well on the Yamaha R1. Ahead of them, it's Peter Tanner and also Sloane Frost, Ray Klee, Gareth Jones, and at the front of affairs at the moment is still Craig Sheriffs. But this is where the racing is for the present moment. There is Craig Frethy right in behind him, Holmes, and then 42 in there as well, and that's Tony.OK. Well, you could throw a blanket over these 4. Well, Lance Lowe will have unhappy memories of Paeroa. Broke his ankle on this very turn a couple of years ago now on the Mount Eden Motorcycles Kawasaki. He holds this group at bay. Nick Odermatt through in 2nd place. That was Rhys Holmes. Here is number 24, and he's had a pretty lonely old race. That is Peter Tanner, but he's got company in the form of Sloane Frost, ex-motocrosser. They're sitting in 4th and 5th place. As we go back to the front of the field, you can see Gareth Jones is closing up the gap. There's no doubt about it. Spud McKenzie from Martinborough goes through. He's in danger of being lapped here. Watch for the fast traffic coming through, the 56 of Sheriffs and the G of Gareth Jones. Now, is Sheriff's going to be impeded here, and is that going to allow Jones to get a little bit closer? Oh, it dives down the inside. I don't think the lap rider even knew that he was coming, and he has impeded the progress of Gareth Jones, and that's going to allow Ray Clee to get a little bit closer now. So we see it so many times here at Paeroa. When we get into the closing stages, the last of the laps, that's when it gets a little bit exciting. Gareth Jones has got to clear that lap rider. He does so now. Dives down the inside of them coming into the Suzuki S's, but he's lost what little advantage he had. Number 28 going through there is Murray Rollinson. There is 61, Hayden Fitzgerald. Number 6, Terry Rudefield on the second of the LG Electronics bikes, and then it is the race leader, and right in behind him now is Gareth Jones. Oh, Rudefield's been in this situation before. He just leans over and lets Jones go through. There is Ray Clee. Sheriffs continues to lead it on. Once again, Jones has just stopped behind a lap rider. Maybe Rudefield didn't let him go through. Last lap now. Jones finally clears the lap traffic. Now he can see his prey, but I think maybe the horse has bolted. Maybe Sheriffs has got the lead he needs. It's his teammate he comes up on next. Remember, Hayden Fitzgerald came down in the early going. He'll know that it's his teammate behind him, so he won't want to do anything silly. Murray Rollinson in the same boat there. There is Craig Sheriffs, number 56. There is Gareth Jones. They run to the checkered flag now. Will it be the Honda? Will it be Sheriffs? Can he make it a win here in the second and final Formula Paeroa race? Checkered flag will come out this time, and it will be the Honda of Craig Sheriffs that gets the win, and there's nothing Gareth Jones can do about it. Jones took race number 1. Sheriffs took the King of the Streets, and now he's taken race number 2 in Formula Paeroa. And is he happy? You bet. He'll go to Pukekohe for the final round of the National Road Racing Series with renewed confidence here. He's in a battle in the Superbikes with Gareth Jones, but he's too good for him here on the streets of Paeroa. Sheriff gets the win. Jones is second. Ray Clee from Kumu completes the podium, and then it's Sloane Frost and Peter Tanner.